Sylas. What's interesting is the last time they met, it was Faker on TF, and it was Froggy with the Sylas, and now they will roll reverse.
And Froggy did not have a good time in that game. I believe he ended 0-7-3 on the Sylas. He was very much focused by T1.
It's the matchup, bro. Well, yeah, it's the matchup.
Well, we'll see if it's the matchup of this game, won't we? Faker perhaps watching a little bit of Sylas the last couple of days. There's the Wukong as well.
So now we'll see a Vi, right? From Saigon Buffalo. That's what's supposed to happen now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're actually just swapping drafts.
From game one of day one of
From
MSI.
Game one of day one, yes. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it?
Game one of day one?
Looks like, okay, we're going to shift away from the last draft, and it will be a Viego locked in for BeanJ. He has had one Viego performance so far at this tournament. Ooh, the Akali hover would be risky.
Well, the hover isn't that risky. Locking it in is the risky part.
Yes, true. Is that the immediate? No, it hasn't quite been locked in just yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, so the problem with blind picking your top laner against Zeus is he plays a lot of counter champions. And Jax is definitely one of them. So it's a very top-sided draft from both sides right now. The bot lane, the last time we saw them play, was very volatile. Shogun and Taki were rather hyper-aggressive, finding 2v2 kills pretty consistently, but at the end of that game, it was Gumayusi that found himself with 10 kills on the Lucian. So, with Lucian gone, with Tristana gone, I'm curious as to what direction both of these bot laners will go. Maybe some Samira. Maybe we'll see a mage bot lane. I'd be a little surprised actually if we saw a mage bot lane for Shogun.
Yeah, with double APs already on his team, it would make a heavily magic damage team. T1 here, ban away the Nautilus and the Karma. Senna removed by Saigon Buffalo. Alongside that, perhaps, I'll look to get rid of, I mean, anything. Like, you don't need to get rid of the Nami because Lucian Nami's already banned away. You could get rid of something like the Leona or the Pike from Keria. He's played that a couple of times already.
So, Ezreal Yumi for Gumayusi and Keria?
Kalista?
It's going to be Kalista, yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh,
I
love the
Ashe
response.
Yes.
I love that.
That Ashe is so good into the Kalista. The movement speed slow is actually an attack speed slow because Kalista obviously attacks every time she jumps around. And so if you can slow her move speed from your auto attacks as Ashe, you can slow her ability to get damage down in a fight.
Also gives Saigon Buffalo a few more options when it comes to finding picks. You already have the Twisted Fate, but a global Ashe arrow as well. Very nice follow-up.
They could pick Lulu. That would help them find picks as well.
I hate that you come up with these.
Instead,
okay, Braum, they're going hyper defensive. Very much on the counter engage. Does make it harder for the Wukong to be able to find fights. Right now, T1 have an advantage on the side lane. They have both a Sylas and they have the Jax to act as basically 1-3-1 threats. Oh, they're just hovering. Keria's just flexing right now.
Yep.
He's just showcasing how deep his champion pool is.
What you haven't realized yet is it's Sylas support. I have a friend that swears by it. Swears by it. It's Sylas support! Unless it's Rumble support. What support is it, Benny? Tell me!
I mean, I'm pretty confident it's Rumble support. I don't see why.
Support?
I don't see why you would move the Sylas bot here when you're playing against a Twisted Fate.
I mean, that's true.
Doesn't make any sense.
But it just, I got very excited by the fact I said it, and then they picked something that isn't usually a support.
Yeah, I know. So, I know Keria has played a lot. I couldn't tell you if Rumble support is somewhere in his history.
I will check.
I do not know. I
will say, Marcus Stats team, has Rumble support ever been played in the history of international competition?
That's an unfair question. I don't know if they're going to be able to answer that one.
I mean, okay, just like when did we last? He's never played Rumble. According to the database I'm using, he has never played Rumble in all of his games ever.
So, in theory, professionally, we're getting a debut to Keria's Rumble support. Okay, I'm in. Let's have a look and see how things play out. Rumble support for Keria.
I'm trying to get it up.
Many tout him as the current best support in the world. He is continuing to showcase a wide array of different champions in that role. He hasn't played any Leona, no Nautilus.
Okay.
He's played only Pike, Nami, Wukong, and Bard.
So here we go, Betty. LCK Spring 2020 was Rumble support everywhere. apparently.
Oh, really?
9 games. The only games in major regions of Rumble support was LCK Spring and Summer, 2 games, 2020 apparently. Yeah.
Keria play any of them?
No, Keria has never played this champ. Lehens has played it a couple of times.
See, now that makes sense to me. Lehens, that doesn't surprise me.
He also is running Ghost and Cleanse, Vedius. And I will say, I play a lot of solo queue in EU West. My finger would be right-clicking reporting right now. I'd be like, guys, is this the new Ghost Nunu? What's happening here?
No. Guys, don't play solo queue today. Just take a break. Just take a break.
But there are challenges to complete. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Just take a break, everyone. Just watch games today, Maybe, like, find a streamer that you like and just watch them play League of Legends instead. I think you should not log in today.
Hasmed? We'll be spotted by Oner. Forced away a little bit. He's fine. But yes, I agree with you, Vedi.
He's running Ghost. Man, this is like the Nunu.
Do you want to know another thing? Gumayusi hasn't used his Black Spear. So he hasn't procced like the chuck someone in. So I'm wondering if he's going to keep that for Oner and use it on Oner.
But don't you like lose half of your laning power if you don't?
Yeah, because you don't get the proc from the
I'm pretty
Sentinel.
sure you can also. I haven't played.
You can just use it in lane if you want to.
No, but I'm pretty sure you can also rebind to someone else later on into the game.
I believe you can buy it and then rebind, but buy it for free. But yeah, it's a bit odd. Gonna be honest, but you know what we're gonna do, Vedi? We're gonna have as much fun as T1 are having. Like if Keria is playing Cleanse, Ghost, Arcane Comet, Rumble support. That's the ride we're on. And it's a wacky one. Dick Dastardly is in the back. He's him and Muttley go.
Just want to remind people that this game has no consequences. Both teams have qualified for the next stage. Whether T1 go undefeated or not, it doesn't matter. The seeding literally has no impact. They both start 0-0 in the next stage, and it won't give any advantage to anyone. So, yes, we are seeing something a little unorthodox, but it's Keria. Enjoy it.
Yep.
Froggy, really good trade. I told you, man, it's just the matchup. It's the matchup.
Apparently, it's just the matchup. Faker
utilizing his E plus the gold card to bully out Faker. Good stuff already from Froggy in this early laning phase. Okay, so we've already learned one thing. Rumble plus Kalista gets push.
Yeah.
Not that surprising against the Braum.
Yeah.
I can't think of many Braum lanes that actually get push. There probably are some out there.
Braum Rumble, mate.
Maybe.
You just haven't seen it yet.
Keria, I'd love if I don't know if the observers can hear me, but if we get to click on the Rumble, I'd love to know what skills he's taken.
So he's definitely got E and W.
Okay, so yeah, there's the W at the very least. Oh, thank you, observers. So yeah, you can see W with the E.
I literally told you what he took.
Yeah, but I want to keep track of it.
Oh, you want to see the leveling?
I'd love to know what he does. Because the thing is, if you take Q,
you're pushing the wave.
You're pushing the wave, and I don't think you want to do that. So maybe you just actually put more points into E. I'm curious.
I get you. He's still managing his heat bar pretty well.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Get that above half.
Here he comes. Look, every time he needs more heat, he's going in for a bit of a harass. Here's the level 3. Is he going to... No, see?
2 points in E.
Another point in E. Okay, cool. There we go. So he's mainly going to be playing for poke, I guess. Now, Oner looking for a bit of a play in mid. Froggy, he might have to flash this.
Oner going forward. Stun guard ready. Froggy will stun him up. Maybe looking for Oner to overchain. Oh, flash away.
Wow,
There's a flash spectral more.
I feel like BeanJ didn't need to, but I
think it was more they were trying to turn it around and get the kill.
He does have level 4 though.
Yeah.
And he knows with the push and top, he should be able to secure this one. There's no way they dive this right now. No. Just getting a bit more poke off. Has to be expected. So I can see how Rumble would be super annoying to lane against.
I mean, especially as Braum. I'm trying to work out how I would play into it. And as Rakan, I think I'd lose the lane. But maybe you
lose the lane on like every champ.
Yes, well, I lose the lane on every champ no matter what.
Here we go.
Faker here trying to win the lane in the mid lane. But I think maybe all in onto the Rumble, but his base damage is really high. So you'd have to dodge a couple of E's.
But he's not running Q.
Yeah, but even with the E's, his base. So you'd have to not take the poke and all in, I think. Something like a Leona or Nautilus could work.
So your advice is
just dodge all of Keria's abilities.
Don't get hit and hit them.
I mean, widely regarded as the best player in the world coming into this tournament, I think it's pretty easy to dodge.
Yeah. Just don't get hit and hit.
Just don't get dived, man. Froggy here, looking for the damage. BeanJ coming in as well. Fake able to dodge away. Oner just short on the spectral more there as BeanJ looked for a little bit more. It's just the matchup, Vedi.
I'm telling you right now, even if I could solo kill Faker, that would just be it. I'd be good, you know.
I have a friend who is silver but he solo killed PoE once in a game. Like I think PoE was like on Smurf climbing or something.
Fair, I've also killed PoE. I don't know if that
Keria ghosting in here. Dodge away. So you just dodge, man. You just dodge. Now Zeus is here as well.
This seems unfair.
Froggy has flash. Good flash away. BeanJ here with a chase as well. Keria's taking the tower. Zeus, where are you going to go? Down towards the Razor Beaks. Froggy with a good escape.
He's out.
He is out.
No,
Flames better never go to him. No. BeanJ had smite. Could have smited the Razor Beak to get the help. Instead,
he could read it.
It was turned around.
Well,
Rumble supports OP.
But how annoying is Keria though? Like he tanked that tower.
It was the ghost, man. The ghost got him into the lane quicker. Then he could tank the tower and run away.
It's just, I mean, it's really smart from Keria. But if you're the Buffaloes in that situation, you're like, can you just let the towers hit this guy that's dived in between two of them, please? Can you not? But no, Keria's like, sorry, bro. First blood for me. He's got the Sork boots now, so he does even more damage. I think has he taken a point in Q yet?
Yeah, he used it in the last.
Oh, yeah.
Took it at level 4. After you get out of the lane, I guess you don't worry too much about pushing waves. You're just looking for ganks. Oner is here. Keria turned back on the cleanse to get away from the Braum. Now they're turning onto Gumayusi, who still has cleanse of his own, flashes away. Shogun trying to get the damage down. But the cleanse from Keria. We joked around it. It is so big brain. This guy's playing 5D dimensional chess while the rest of us are playing Wild Rift, Betty.
Why? I don't even know why I dared doubt Keria. I mean, I don't know if I doubted him. I just feared for what he's doing to solo queue. Faker should be able to just E over the wall. Nicely done. Yeah, so Keria isn't fair, you know? But how, like, unbalanced are junglers, you know? Like,
mate, truly Imba. That's the thing we haven't used much recently. Imba.
That's because we're not, you know,
but it was a big thing.
1990s anymore.
Well, it was a huge. Even when I joined LEC, right? All the pros would be like, "Man, this pick's so Imba."
No, they weren't. No, they didn't say that.
Maybe the pros just weren't talking to you.
Maybe Trevor said that.
Oh, actually, yeah,
you know,
was quite old.
When he was 16, maybe. I
think Imba was a thing, man.
I mean, yeah. Again, when Trevor was 16, it's like 100 years ago, you know? Come on, dude. Like,
I'm only like 2 years younger than the man. That's my age group, mate.
Wait, you've been lying to me?
Sorry. Probably confusing me with Endo again.
Okay, he's just, you know, just finished high school, okay?
Hasmed here, not in the best of shapes. Jungle. So Imba once again. Zeus trying to get the counter-strike down. Will get the stun. Oner with the chase. Froggy coming in with the Destiny. They're looking for the damage on Zeus. They'll get one. Need to work. Healing up Hasmed as well. Oner trying to put the damage down, but Hasmed still just taken out in the end. Oner, you got to dodge away from this one. You got to dip, dodge, dive,
Oh,
duck.
the sweeper. He can't see him.
He can't see him.
Oh, he flashed.
Oh, he's John Cena. You can't see me. Oner gets out. Froggy gets the stun off as Faker comes in for the chase.
Can T1 players stop being really good? Like, they just outplay everything, man. Oh my god, the sweeper was so smart from Oner. He's able to just swag his way out of that one. 4 kills for T1.
That's true Alcove gaming.
That was truly blessed Alcove gaming. Very impressive stuff. And they end up walking away 1 for 1 there. Wow. The Buffaloes, the last time they played up against T1, it was all about that bot lane aggression. But Oner has been everywhere on the map right now. We can have a look at this. Bit of an all-in from Hasmed. The trade initially looks very good. And then the stun card comes through, and they have enough damage to get that kill. Now, keep track of what Oner does here. So Froggy doesn't have enough consistent DPS to be able to turn this one around initially. He gets a little bit of health back because he pops the pot. And then the sweeper denies vision, so he can't see him. He doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah. And the control ward in the bush as well means that Oner knows exactly where Froggy is. Great flash as well, because if he flashed towards the upper bush, he would have been hit by the edge of the wild cards, I believe. Really well played there by T1. And as you say, just a cut above right now. Saigon Buffalo, of course, still in the Rumble stage. They have qualified.
He was a cheeky monkey, you could say.
I'm sorry, I heard the voice of Kadril.
Keria hovering around mid now. Ghost cleanse, up and available. Froggy, you can't stun him.
Well, you can stun him.
But you can't.
But you...
Don't give me all that technicality crap that you always give me.
I was not expecting you to use that word, I'll be honest.
I'm just...
Usually a bit more PG-13 than that one, Betty.
I thought of another word and I had to like...
just quick pivot.
Yeah.
But yes, yes, you can't stun him. He can get away. He continues to roam around. Level 6 now has the equalizer. Saigon Buffalo, you know, you're 2,000 gold in the hole. You haven't played poorly. Like, they made a few good practice plays. The fight top side where Hasmed had the reaction from Froggy, almost got the 2-for-1 exchange there. Bot side, they put the pressure on as well, but Oner was there in time. And it's just T1 playing the map a little bit better right now.
T1 being very good at League of Legends.
Yeah.
So what are the options now? Keep my eyes on Keria once again, roaming up towards the top side of the map. The thing is, with the early tier 2 boots as well, you're just so much more mobile. You have so much damage. I could see this pick falling off, right? Because obviously it does not offer much peel the later into the game you go.
I mean, it depends what he goes, right? Because if you go like Rylai's and you just ult the enemy team at a fight.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, yes, in a sense,
it's
he
not
can,
the
like,
Oner
offer,
peel.
it's not a Braum, is
yeah,
it? You know what I mean? So, like, relatively speaking, he's going to offer less than a Braum will in terms of his ability to protect his AD carry. But also, I would argue that Saigon, they have not the best front-to-back comp.
Sure.
I mean, it's one of those things where when you look at what the Buffaloes have drafted, they've gone for like a bit of a side lane, 1-3-1, try and attack, look for picks. But T1 have kind of matched it with the Jax and with the Sylas. And then the great thing about Sylas is you can also steal Twisted Fate's ultimate to be able to do the same thing. So I think that like T1 have a lot more options in draft, and also their team fighting is just stronger because they have Wukong Rumble. So it's kind of on the Buffaloes to find some way to find a good fight.
Look at how far away he was when he put that down. The arrow is going to connect Froggy with a Sun card as well, but even though Oner is CC'd for a year and a half, about the same time as a normal Morgana binding, he's able to get away. Cyclone's back in. Gumayusi here for the chase. Shogun has to jump away. Oner going back in with the Cyclone once again. Faker underneath the tower, diving in, stunned with the concussive blows, will flash and escape. Froggy, the only one to fall.
And Gumayusi does find a kill, but important to note, it was Gumayusi that threw in Oner. Your suspicions were correct. He has bound with the Wukong, and now he's provided Oner with another way of getting in and out of fights. Buffaloes, though, they've lost all their flashes. I don't think you should go for that!
Yeah, Bean's dead. Oner escapes. Good use of the W there. Decoys out. Gumayusi flashes forward. Unbreakable from Taki. Stops the projectile from coming through. And Shogun is able to survive to fight another day. Hasmed coming across as well, wondering perhaps if Oner was going to steal away the blue. Destiny popped. Taki stepping forward here. Froggy spotted as he comes in. Oner tries to get the kill. He knows he's dead. Shut down in the end. All that gold goes over to Hasmed.
Wow. Taki with a very good shield to protect his AD carry, get him to safety. And as well, forced to use the flash there. I keep thinking that no one has flash, and then someone else shows up, and then their flash immediately gets burned. Froggy still has a flash available to him. Let's have a look at this. Starts off with the ultimate coming out from Keria. Really good landing. They forced the disengage from BeanJ.
It's a great wall as well from Taki. He actually stopped the Glacial Fissure coming out from Faker.
And then the stun comes through from Froggy as well. Oner gets locked up, and then he sees an opportunity onto Shogun. The ward next to the entrance allows him and Gumayusi. Then the double flash comes through from Shogun and Bean. And then here you can see Faker in a little bit of trouble. And then Gumayusi, very nice stun, gets that last auto hit in. Just a very well played fight. Now the
Stolen Destiny into the arrow, looking for the concussive blows here. Faker stepping forward, Taki trying to body block, Equalizer goes down, Shogun will get the stun, but the chase is on. Shogun has nowhere to go. Gumayusi with his second of the game.
And T1 are just in full control right now. From start to finish, they played a very clean game. Only two deaths rather. But Hasmed trying to get something back on the top side of the map.
Zeus in a pretty good position here, but with BeanJ coming up, Heartbreaker used, Zeus splashes away. Dodges away from the Spectral Maw as well. Get the stun Counter-Strike. He smacks him with a lamppost. What would happen if you gave T1 a real weapon, Venius?
Zeus just gets the outplay, 2 versus 1. He plays that perfectly. Great utilization of the flash to create space between him and Hasmed. And then when he gets the isolated 1v1, he pops the E, and there's no way for BeanJ to do any damage. Now Keria makes his way back to mid.
Froggy trying to get away from this bone plating is propped. Froggy flashes underneath the tower, will survive. Keria's ultimate about a third of its way before it comes off cooldown.
And now there are no flashes on the Rift. Another fight is going to result in someone's death. And this should be a tower going down in favor of T1.
T1 are 7,000 gold ahead at 15 minutes.
A meager gold lead.
I think I know who's going to die in the next fight, Betty, and I don't think it's going to be people from T1.
They're looking to match the top contenders from the other groups. They're looking to go undefeated, continue their streak, and it only sets up for a very exciting matchup in the future. You know, T1 has their eyes on G2 and RNG. Right now, the 3 favorites for the tournament. Many would tout T1 as the favorite for the entire thing. But based on the first stage performance, you know that there will be some contenders this year's turn. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh,
right?
100%.
MSI, when we think of this one, RNG, former champions, T1, former champions. Let's have a look back at this. So Zeus, the important thing to note here is the flash, creating space between him and Hasmed, and then he used his E to get this isolated 1v1, and then he slaps it with the lamppost, and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to win this. Very well played. Not really much of a reaction from Zeus. It's just another day in the office for him.
Yeah, I wanted to remind you, Counter-Strike active. Jax enters evasion for 2 seconds, a defensive stance that causes him to dodge all incoming non-turret basic attacks.
Right.
And take 25% reduced damage from all area effect abilities sourced from champions. Works pretty well into a Viego and a Gwen who want to use their auto attacks as the equalizer goes down in the mid lane. Gumayusi cleanses away the Enchanted Crystal stun. And I told you during the next fight, I didn't think it would be T1 that died, and it wasn't. It was Shogun once again.
You're not going to get this reference, but I'm hoping some people in the chat will.
Is it anime?
Zeus was likely trained by Piccolo.
It's a Dragon Ball Z reference.
That is a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Or,
but it's an abridged reference, that's the thing.
Or an orchestral one. I was trained in the clarinet. He was trained in the piccolo. What his musical taste has to do with his League of Legends skill, I'm not sure, Vedius. I'm sure he can toot that flute really well.
See, people think that Medi Betty get on really well. But in fact, there is deep-rooted hatred that is shared between the two of us.
That's how it works.
And often, our casts come from trying to make the other one suffer. And right now, Medic is winning. Right, having a look at the state of the game.
We're going to get tweets about that.
T1, they are in a very commanding position. 17 minutes in, they find themselves with 7,000 gold in the lead. And of course, we've had a little bit of fun with this game. T1 has had a little bit of fun with this game. The only people not having fun right now are the Buffaloes.
I will say, I think they can have a little bit of fun because they know they're in Rumble stage.
Actually,
let me just push up my glasses here for a second, Venius. I think they can have a little bit of fun because they are in the Rumble stage. It's not like they're being eliminated.
That's true.
I can't do accents.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Saigon Buffalo really struggling. Destiny coming in from Froggy. Punched away from the spear there by Gumayusi. Double TP used. Bates call. Oner onto the backline. Shogun having to flash away, but Oner's there for the chase. Equalizer down as well. Oner able to get the kill on the backline. It's actually Gumayusi who goes on a rampage. Faker gets another. Hasmed now in the midst of 4 members of T1 trying to do what he can. They will get one. Faker dives forward once again. Bean steals away the Rumble. Can you play it as well as Keria? Decides against going any further. Of course, Rumble, very good when he has his ultimate. Not quite as effective when he doesn't.
Ends up being a 2 for 3 in favor of T1. They extend the gold lead to just short of 8k. There's no objective for them to get off the back of it. So T1 just going to go back, catch these waves on the side. Faker bot. Zeus up towards the top. The Herald is still up. You'd think at this point, with this kind of gold lead, that the Baron would be available, but it is not. And the Buffaloes, they just try to look for a pick in mids. Their composition very good at being able to find picks. You can see the chain CC coming through, but Gumayusi completely mitigates that. Pulls Oner in, gives him the ability to then re-engage. And with Shogun gone, you can see it just becomes a brawl in the mid lane. Not the cleanest fight from T1 by any means, but definitely a 1-1.
And do win out in the end. I wonder, Betty, I'm debating with myself whether this makes T1 scarier or less scary when it comes to the Rumble stage. Because they played Rumble support with Ghost Cleanse.
I just think they just haven't shown anything.
That's true.
You know,
I mean, they've shown this, but this is likely not an essential strategy against RNG or G2.
As an analyst, the biggest takeaway would be T1 are professional ankle breakers.
Yeah,
you know?
yep.
Like, when they see an ankle, they get a sledgehammer, and they just go thwack.
As a doctor, gives me more work to do.
It does.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, it's they played the map well, sure, but truth be told, a lot of their advantages have just been coming from them styling on their opponents, just playing better, you know, individually. And of course, for the Buffaloes, that doesn't mean that it's all down and out. They could just be playing the best team in the tournament.
Yep.
The other groups were easy, and they could still, you know,
you only need to get top 4, right?
Yeah.
You only need to get top 4 to get into the best of 5s.
Yep.
Into those playoffs, and
so for sure, it's not all doom and gloom, and there will be more time for them to grow, evolve, adapt. But T1,
improvise.
I think that they have not shown their full power just yet. And I think we're just getting a taster of what this team is really capable of.
They won't even need their full power to take down that tower. Riftherald's still entirely healthy after that initial charge. They're looking for another one as they push down towards the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor towards this bottom side. Riftherald gets another charge in. The inhibitor will fall. Meanwhile, Hasmed is pushing in the top side. T1 will back away. Hasmed stays around, clears out the next wave. Mid lane wave, probably about 10 seconds away from hitting mid lane tower if T1 did want to push further. Instead, they will retreat. Recalls come out, and they reset for an expected Cloud Dragon.
Ooh, here we go. Pings onto the Baron.
Yeah, just do it. Faker's going.
Gwen's specialty. Do they know?
Destiny to force Faker away. Hasmed and BeanJ have started this. We saw this literally in the last game. The same
Oh, but they saw Braum walking up. That should give them an indication.
I mean, it's gone, Betty. It's down to like 4,000 HP. Oh, T1, they're ghosting. Keria knows. Faker got behind them with the Destiny stolen away. Saigon Buffalo looking for something. T1 looking for the play. Counter-strike in by Zeus onto the back line. Faker diving in as well. One down already. Hasmed has to jump out of the pit. They're still looking for the Baron. They can't get it. T1 pounce. The Baron secured 4 kills alongside it. And now T1 are looking to end the group stage undefeated.
That they are, Medic. 17-4 is the kill score, and T1 wipe the Buffaloes off the map. I respect the play. I think that they just sent one too many people, and they gave the play away. T1 was able to respond. Faker with the stolen Destiny finds the team, finds the fight, and T1 are going to find the game.
2022 has been the resurgence of T1. Still undefeated. No one has stood in their way. No one has matched them as T1 claim a 6-0 group.
Another dominant performance. We continue to see different flavors of this T1 team, but a great game from Zeus. Great game from Keria. Oner doing a great job as, like...
I mean, everyone on T1 was great, and they all played really well.
Faker nearly died. He didn't, but he nearly did. Okay, he's going to have to go back and work on that.
Yep.
But of course, jokes aside, very impressive performance from T1. Undefeated alongside G2 and RNG at the end of the group stage. We will be moving forward into the Rumble stage later on this week. And it's going to set up for some hype games. We're going to get 2 games between RNG and T1, 2 games between G2 and T1. And of course, G2 and RNG. That is how double round robin, in fact, works.
I'm glad you understood that. 6 years you've been casting now?
Yep, 6 years.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting.
It is definitely. Of course, we have a small break.
Someone's got to lose.
That is true. Either G2 or T1 have to lose their undefeated streaks. It's going to happen in 5 days' time. 20th of May, I believe we kick everything off. So we've got a few days break during this week before we get into the Rumble stage, and the top 4 teams there will get into our playoffs. I think a welcome break for some. Yeah. It'd be nice just to reset. It's been some long days over the last week or so. Some early starts as well for us.
Big shout out to our production team this week. They have been working their asses off. It is